Dun, 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 dun. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum.
What's up, party people of the MOB, the Mob Members Only Baseball? What's going on? What's happening? And what is cracking? I'm pretty fucking excited about tonight. I just want everyone to know that I rushed my ass home just so we could be on air by 9 p.m. So you're fucking welcome. And speaking of the word welcome to episode 12 of Mondays in the Mob here in season 2. This is a big show. We're talking playoffs. Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs? Yeah, we're talking about fucking playoffs. We have the biggest panel we've had on this show all year. We have major fucking announcements. Not just announcements, and not just major announcements. Major fucking announcements. This show is going to be loaded. So let me start bringing people in right away. And let's start with the birthday boy. Happy 96th birthday to Yogi Bar. Yogi, how are you? How was your birthday? What'd you do for your special day today?
I worked.
I fucking worked. Is that what happens when you creep up on 100 years old?
No, I never work Mondays, and today they decided to work me 7 a.m., which means get up at 4:30 and break the snow off my vehicle. It snowed hard yesterday. And went to work and stopped and had dinner, came home, played a little golf, and here I am.
Does HR not have your birthday on file? Don't they know that people shouldn't work on their birthday?
They didn't look.
Those motherfuckers. You know what? We're all going to call everybody. We're all going to get the number to Home Depot, and we're all going to fucking call and complain that they didn't give Yogi his birthday off. Everybody with me?
Oh, they treated me real well today, though. It was all good.
What'd they do? Only let you work 6 hours instead of 8?
They bought cupcakes and had sodas and had a bunch of shit.
All
Just
right,
whatever.
all right. Well,
it's different than working from the federal government that hated you to work.
Yeah, no. So cupcakes. You said cupcakes and soda. So you get kind of the same birthday party at 96 that you do at 6.
Yeah, well, I'm too old to have the cupcakes and soda, so I passed on that and just had coffee.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, did you have to like gum them or what the fuck?
Yeah, no, not there yet.
All right. Well, Yogi,
happy
happy birthday, bro. Good to
Thanks,
have
bro.
you here tonight.
Yeah.
Special K is here as always. Calvin Klein, Special K, Keith, the K's all over the place. How was your weekend and what have you been up to?
It was a good weekend. Yeah, Michaela and I were up in Iowa with her family. We were celebrating her younger brother's birthday. So that was fun. It had just snowed up there, and so the roads in some areas were kind of sketchy, but wasn't too bad. Although we did see a bunch of like semis and cars off the road on the highway, but that's just what happens in the Midwest whenever it snows.
Yeah, no, dude, yeah, fuck all that, man. That's why, I saw an interesting YouTube video that talks about the very center of the United States and all the way up from, the Canadian border all the way down to Texas, and only 1% of the entire population lives in that whole fucking strip. And most of it's because of the stupid weather, and then down south where it's all fucking desert. Fuck all that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah, awesome. Crazy Canuck, I forgot to tell you, I was going to make this a 2-hour show, but we can roll with the 90 minutes. That's fine. Because Ray's only got 3 rants to do tonight instead of 4. So, Ray, are you prepared for that? And how was your weekend and what have you been up to?
I am fully prepared for that. I just finished up the final touches on it. My weekend was all right. We went to watch the in-town hockey team dismantle Omaha. I believe
Omaha.
The final score was 7-2.
Oh, that is a whooping in hockey.
Oh yeah, that is a whooping in hockey. And then they immediately lost to fucking Fargo the next night. They
fucking Fargo, bro.
Fucking Fargo.
Fucking
But yeah,
Fargo.
it was overall, it was a pretty nice chill weekend. Probably one I needed in a long ass fucking time.
Good deal, bro. Good deal. And then our 4th panelist that's normally here is also here today, Mr. Greg Soto in his house. Greg, how you doing, bro? How was your weekend?
Good. It was a good weekend. Quiet, chill. The wife worked. Nothing. That's about it. Just very chill, relax. Just getting ready. Watch some NASCAR and getting ready for this week coming up.
All right. Sounds good. And then we have one special guest joining us today. I don't know if he's ever actually been on a Mondays in the Mob show, but we'll ask him here momentarily. ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to bring into the booth for possibly the first time ever on Mondays in the Mob, the underboss himself, Michael Winkler in the his house.
How do I unmute?
Oh,
hi.
And now we know why he hasn't been on any other shows. Wink, what's going on, bro? How was your weekend, man?
Please go take the over. Take the over. We're gonna go over.
See, Soto, everyone heard my voice and took the over already.
Yes,
so
that is fucking
that's already
true.
covered.
I mean, then we add Winkler in, so we're definitely going over. Wink, how was your weekend?
Not bad. Got to watch U.S. hockey win, and other than that, spend time with the kids because I've been on the road a lot.
Yeah,
Currently, actually sitting in a hotel in Ohio with
that's right.
a batch of. I have a batch of chicken wing dip that I made for the office
Yeah.
over here, and it won't fit in the mini fridge.
Oh.
So I went and bought
Ooh.
ice and put it and filled up the tub with some water and poured a fuck ton of ice in there. Made my own goddamn cooler.
I mean, listen, it just, it reminds me of, back the party days when we used to make those into coolers and just, fill them up with ice and beer, bro. Same.
Same.
Good deal.
And I'm not gonna lie, it smells super good, so I'm probably gonna have some tonight too.
I was gonna say you're probably gonna break into it anyway. So, so as you can see, we have a full booth, and we've got more people coming later. Just FYI, but we also have a full chat. Let's check it out. Mike All, the very first motherfucker in the chat, followed by Members Only Baseball, and then Doug Day, Pain in My Ass, Bob Funk, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Annie Beaverhausen, the Beeve, is in his house, along with Nate Gunny, Crazy, Freddie, Michaela, Diggs. I should start saying every week that we have breaking news because it brings all the people out.
Get some in.
Yeah, it is. Keith is in there as well. Yogi, Greg Luda. We got a whole bunch of people with their watch streaks and with their subscriptions, and Robert Thump telling Yogi to go fuck himself on his birthday. What else we got here? Who else is here? Did I miss anybody? Zomelia. What's up, Zomelia? Oh, and Winkler's in there, too. Let's see who's hiding. What's the over-under on if fucking Twin Screw's over here hiding? Probably, right? Let's see. Oh, there he is.
What's happening?
What's happening, Twin Screw? Let me see. Churchill's hiding. PSN1 Blackfire. And James Troll. Mark Chisholm. I think I said Gunny already. And Albert Begins. Man, we got like 30 people in the chat. Good to see everybody. That's good because we got a lot to talk about. We're not just talking about playoffs, but we got announcements and we got some other shit. But before we get to that, let's talk about the convention for just a second. I know that we've had at least 2 or 3 more rooms booked this week. We are looking at about 30 people now going to be showing up to this shindig. And like I mentioned before, the welcome dinner on Friday night, followed by some karaoke, games on Saturday, the minor league baseball game where we have this whole area reserved for ourselves Saturday night, and then either that night after the game or Sunday, depending on when people are leaving, we can go do some underground bowling. We can check out the town. We got a whole lot. It's a jam-packed weekend. We're going to have a blast. And I'm going to add in there, I know we teased it, but I'm going to talk to the hotel, and we are going to get the rights, some timing rights to that big-ass Jenga game, and we're going to have a competition. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a competition either Friday or Saturday night, and here's what's going to happen. All names are going to go in a hat, and we're going to draw teams, and you can't be with like your significant other. So that way there won't be people fighting when they're on their way home.
Yeah, there will.
I mean, there's still, well, I guess if they win, if they beat each other now, I guess, well, fuck, maybe I didn't think that all the way through.
Yeah. Long trip home.
I was thinking you'd be more like, why'd you pull that block? I told you not to pull that block. That kind of shit. Wink, what do you think about the convention coming up in June?
30 fucking people.
Yeah.
Is
right.
insane.
Dude,
that's almost a third?
I think
half?
No, it's more. It's more. I mean, technically we have 54, yeah. but remember, people are bringing their spouses, so it's kind of different. I mean, if you want to be technical, if you want to be technical, it would be almost 100 people, right? If everybody had a spouse or whatever.
So who on the panel's going?
I think everybody. I think Soto booked this week. Ray booked. Keith booked. Yogi booked. Everybody.
Yogi booked.
Yeah, Yogi's going. Yogi's going to the convention.
I'll be there. I booked this evening.
What were you gonna say, Wink?
I am up in the air on if I'm gonna book or not. I guess it all hinges on this question, Yogi.
Uh-oh, you have a question for Yogi?
I do. If you're going and I'm going and I bring a broom with the Mets logo on it, will you sign it for me?
Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was taking a nap. What did he say?
It would be the perfect thing to sweep up all of Yogi's Jenga mess too.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to sign that broom when it's up your ass.
Well, wait. So, Wink, explain to us why would you be bringing a broom? What's the broom?
Oh
What's
yeah,
that
explain to us.
Explain.
Yeah, explain to us,
Hold on.
please.
Wink, before you start. Hold on. Go ahead, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Well, you see, it all started last week when the Brewers had hopes and prayers of taking the 1 seed in the newbie division, and all they needed to do was win one game against the New York Mets. And they tried the first night, and they couldn't score. And they tried the second night, put up some runs, but couldn't finish the job. And it all came down to the third night on the neutral field, and they still could not get it done. And the Mets.
Hey, Wink. Wink.
Shut up, bitch!
The music is so fucking great.
It's perfect. What's the cancellation policy on this room?
Oh, fuck me, man. That is fucking.
Please tell me you had that written down, Wink. Please tell me.
I did not. That came as soon as the music started going.
Wink and I did not plan that.
Yeah, okay.
I wish you had, though. That was fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking great. So anyway, see what you're gonna miss. If you're not signed up for the convention, this is what you're gonna miss. You're gonna miss having fun with a bunch of crazy fuckers that talk a lot of shit and play fucking Titanic music in the background while they're sweeping up Jenga pieces. I mean, who the fuck does that? Oh.
No, Soto. We're talking about the Yankees later.
Oh, ouch. Heyo.
Yankees lose.
Yankees lose. Speaking of which, all right, let's talk a little bit of baseball before we get into some announcements and stuff like that. In the Mob Orders channel, I put up a list of events coming up, and then I put a calendar together so you can see. You see the first week up there is this week, the end of February. We've got the Wild Card and the Suckway Series. Next week we have the Divisional Series, the two of them. And then the Robo Classic the week after. You see we've got the owners meeting on the 22nd. And so that is in there if you guys need, if somebody wants to see it, if you want to download it, whatever the fuck, you memorize it, stick it on your mirror, whatever you want to do. It's over there. Story time with Dave. Or story time with the Godfather, as it's called now, apparently. I don't really have a story, except I do want to tell you this. The reason tonight we had to start this so late is because the last Monday of the month, our little Mazda MX-5 Miata Club has their monthly meetings. And we usually get like 30, 40, 50 people there. And, the board updates us on stuff, talk about events and drives and blah, 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 and all this shit. Well, this month was also the annual. This is their 17th year being in existence. And this is the month that we do elections. So, you got president, secretary, treasurer, drive coordinator, fucking storekeeper or something like that. I think it's called shopkeeper, whatever that does, the branding and all that shit. Well, I got nominated for the fucking storekeeper shit tonight, and it got seconded, and then everybody approved it. So I am now on the board of this fucking thing. But in addition to that, somebody nominated Lisa to be secretary, which is second in command for the whole club, which is wild because we haven't even been part of that club for a fucking year yet. Isn't that crazy? I think I don't remember what it's called. Crazy. It's called something like that. I can't remember the name of it. I'm just making that name up.
Was it you who nominated her? Because that just makes total sense.
No, but I probably should have. But no, it was the one of the other board members nominated her. So now the last Monday of every single month, we are going to have to make sure that we arrange things properly. Maybe with some other. Oh, there we go, Ray. Ray, I see you now. They weren't sending before that. That's the first thing I see from you, Ray. We'll have to make sure that somebody is streaming, or we're going to have to move some stuff around because the last Monday of every month now, I am obligated to be at the club, and as is Lisa. So there you go. Don't they know you have obligations for fake? No, they don't know about fake baseball yet. But anyway, so that's my little story time. Other than to say, we were at Lisa's parents' house last night, and we were over there for a few hours, and they're retired and whatever, and Lisa and I had been talking about some things we're going to do with some of her retirement money and this and that and moving things around and blah, blah, blah. And we started talking about annuities and things like that and the difference between an IRA and a Roth IRA and all that shit came up. So last night we got home, Lisa went to bed, and I had a headache all day yesterday, so I kind of went to bed too, but I popped on some YouTube. So I started looking at YouTube videos of what to do with your 401k money when you retire. And every single video said the same fucking thing. There's 3 things you can do, right? You can leave it in, you can take it out, or you can roll it over. And after hearing that for about the 6th time,
that sounds like something Lisa would tell you.
Dude, what's funny about that? Lisa was like into her book and whatever, and finally she looked up at the TV and she looked at me. She goes, "What the fuck are you watching?" And I had to tell her. She goes, "All I'm hearing is you can keep it in, you can pull it out, or you can roll it over." And yeah. So in case you want to know anything, what to do with your money, wink. There you go. You got 3 choices, buddy. Anyway, so that's my story time. It's very quick today. I heard from Bullet yesterday. I think it was yesterday, over the weekend. For those of you who don't know, they've got 18 inches of snow, something like that.
Yeah.
And he had to go to his mom's house yesterday, and he's over there for a couple of days because everybody knows how she's not doing well, so he had to go over there to take care of her. He's kind of stuck there for the most part. And so he was not able to do bullet points again this week, but he said he apologized. He said it sucks that this is the worst winter. He threw a lot of F-bombs about the weather in New York and shit like that, and said he's really, really looking forward to being here next week with bullet points now that his mom's back home and things are looking a little better for her, and hopefully it won't be snowing anymore, et cetera, et cetera. So no bullet points. So for those of you who took the over, you just got fucked. Super short story time, no bullet points, 89 minutes.
Boom.
Suck it.
Boom.
But anyway, let's get into some breaking news. Hey, Ray, I'm going to need some drum roll action here in a couple minutes if you can get that prepped.
All right.
We have breaking news in the mob. Now, I teased it yesterday. Some people took it like somebody really ratted out the mob or something like that. So I had to add that extra little thing that it was just in jest. It was just a little joking thing. But some people actually were pissed and wanted to know who the fuck said shit about the mob and stuff. Somebody in the booth is not muted with background noise.
Nate Hall.
Yeah, just mute him. All right.
Mute it now.
Hold on. I got to mute myself for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Hey.
Okay, I'm back. So we have breaking news. For those of you who saw the post yesterday, know that, and I guess I got to bring Greg Soto in just for a second. Greg, this is a friend of yours from way back in the day, right? But did their own network misspell her name? What happened with that? What is her name?
I think so. Yeah. Well, it could be Ling or Ling Ling, but the H, I think the H is not doesn't have to be there.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if it, don't tell me I didn't make the graphic. The fucking breaking news station.
I mean, look, the way she's looking, I don't think she's even going to see that H, anyways.
Yeah. Oh, ouch. So. That's terrible. Wait. So her first name is Lynn? That is so fucking.
That's terrible.
That was so terrible. So her first name was Lynn, or is it Ling Ling?
Look, it doesn't matter. Does it really matter? I mean, it's Ling Ling.
I'm just curious.
Ling Ling,
I'm just
with
curious.
no H.
All right, got it. Got it. All right. That being said, she got some inside information and broke some stories, and I think we're going to try to bring her in here in a couple minutes and talk to her and see where she got the information. But before we ask her that, let's go to the actual information. We have four different breaking news stories right now to announce. Breaking story number one. I'm going to have Ray do the fucking drum roll here in a second. And then we'll talk about the first thing. We'll go to the second one, talk about it, yada, yada, yada. And yes, Albert began the breaking news. I got I got my 147th hat. That's the breaking news. Breaking news story number one is...
This is for bullet points because we haven't had it in a while.
The San Francisco Giants will not be returning to Mob for season 3. We thank Chad Rowland for his Don service, or what we call owners are called Dons.
I gotta do this for the.
And we wish him the best with his player, because his player will be sticking around. However, we are replacing the San Francisco Giants with a team. And that team is... the Cleveland Guardians are coming to the Mob, and they will be owned by Nate Hall. Nate Hall is in the chat, as we all know now. You can unserver mute him, Ray. And the Guardians are here. Nate Hall, welcome to Mob ownership. Welcome to the booth. How's it going? Tell us why you're bringing the Cleveland Guardians into the Mob.
Well, let me tell you, it just made sense to me, honestly. I mean, me personally being from Ohio, and I love most movies that are related to sports. And I got to thinking about it, and I really wanted to bring in the Cleveland Indians, like the old Wahoos, but obviously the game doesn't have that, so I had to revert back to the new Cleveland Guardians. But what I will be doing is making a lot of my AIs based off of the movie Major League. So
awesome.
I'll have, Pedro Serrano, guys like Willie Mays Hayes sporting the Guardian jersey. And, you can't have a Guardians team without closing pitcher Wild Thing Vaughn. So yeah, it just made sense, and I'm ready to get things rolling, and I've already started building and creating and getting things rolling on my side.
So originally you had wanted to bring a different team in. What made you change from the team you were going to bring in to this one?
Honestly, I didn't see much of a reason to bring in that team. Because...
You can say the team. I didn't say it purposely, so you could say
okay, yeah, I really wanted to bring in the Reds just because, honestly, they're my favorite team. They're closer to my hometown of Dayton. But they didn't really have... They have a rich history. They had the 1970 World Series team, but beyond that, I didn't really see a creative reason to bring them into the mob.
Yeah, I see that.
And with the Guardians and the Indians, meshed with each other and having a movie related that I could bring in AI players with, it was more creative, and it was just an all around good vibe to go along with that.
Well, last question before we get on to our next bit of news. Who's going to be your first? What do we call them, Wink? The not Hall of Famers, but what do we call them, you guys? The legends. Sorry, the legends. Who's your first? Is it gonna be Jim Thome?
The retired fuckies.
I don't know yet. Boy, that's gonna be tough.
We really gotta have Jim Thome in the game, man. Come
on. That's to be decided as of right now. Thome is a good one. Albert Bell is another good one.
Yeah, that's a good one too, actually. Yeah.
So
Kenny
there's a
Lofton.
lot
Didn't
of
Kenny
different
Lofton play for them?
Yeah, Kenny
Yeah.
Lofton played for him. So there's a lot of different good choices out there that I could add to the Guardians because they've had a lot. Albert Bell, like Gunny mentioned in the chat right there. So Omar Vizquel.
Yeah.
These
Oh,
guys
Omar
are
Vizquel's
rattling
great too.
off.
Yeah.
These guys are rattling off a lot
Yeah,
of different names that I've got to really think about, and it's just to be decided for right now because
Okay.
there's just too many of them to just narrow it down to one, really.
All right. Well, congratulations on being the first, not even expansion owner now since you're replacing the Giants, but you would have been the first expansion owner and becoming an owner here in the mob as we grow, not just team-wise, but people-wise. And we look forward to seeing how you put your team together. And, we'll get all your shit together here in the next week or so. But for now, just simple congratulations and welcome to mob ownership.
Yeah, thanks, man. Looking forward to it, and let's get it rolling. Thanks.
All right.
Welcome, Nate. How are you? Welcome to the MLB, Nate. I knew from a map in the know. I knew that you would be coming here. Thank you, Nate. I love Charlie Ronda. You're welcome to the mob.
Thank you, Ling Ling, and if Greg is still beside you there in the booth, Pedro Serrano had a message for him that he wanted to pass along. Pedro said that his Jobu is the original, and he doesn't know what your version of Jobu is, but there can only be one Jobu in the mob, and you might want to put yours behind some closed doors or bars or something because you might find yours missing or soon.
You need all the recipes for Jobu. I don't think you'll be able to handle that.
Hey, I don't need any recipes. Pedro's got that covered. He's just been watching you from afar, and you might want to put some locks on that thing. Just that's all I'm saying.
Oh my God, that's wild. Greg, is Ling Ling still there? I got a question for her if she's still around. If you could put her back on.
I think so. Hold on, let me check.
All right.
Hello, Dave. How are you, Dave?
Ling Ling, I'm doing fine, but
Yes.
and I want to first of all I want to thank you after we had contact after you broke that there was some breaking news and we contacted you to ask you to keep this secret until tonight. So I appreciate that. But my question is, how did you know all of this information? Do you have a leak? Do we have a leak? Do we have a mole inside the mob, or where did you get this information?
Yeah, there is a thing called the MLB in the know on the dark Twitter, dark X, and I think that the league is I don't want to say, but I think the league is a Chad Roland. I make love it. I think he's a leaguer.
Okay.
I think he's a leaguer.
He's a leaguer
because look. Enough about the guy Chad. Japan went through 2 atomic bombs and they back no problem. Chad had the Giants for 1 season and poof, gone, never come back. So I mean, come on. I think it's a Chad. Chad is MLB in the know.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for letting us know about that leak. I was not expecting that. All right, Ling Ling, if you can stick around, we might have to come back to you here in a few minutes.
Okay, Jay. Anything for you, Ronda,
all right.
Charlie. I love you. You're so good. Keep your hands to yourself here in the booth, please.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Cleveland Guardians will be joining the mob for season 3. They will be replacing the San Francisco Giants. Doesn't necessarily mean that they will have the rivalry with the A's. We will figure all that out in the offseason. But for now, welcome Cleveland Guardians and Nate Hall as their owner. Which brings us to announcement number 2. We will be, or I guess announcement number 3, technically. We will be expanding 2 more teams. In season 1, we had 4. In season 2, we had 8. In season 3, we will have 10. And that first team to announce that will be joining us in season 3 is The Pittsburgh Pirates are
Hey.
here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Owned by Corey Menner. Corey Menner, welcome to Mob Ownership. Welcome to the booth. How are you doing tonight? And congratulations on bringing the Pittsburgh Pirates into the Mob.
Appreciate it, Dave, and it's time to raise the fucking Jolly Roger in the Mob.
Amazing. Now, tell the people listening, you're from Pittsburgh or you grew up in Pittsburgh or something? What's your affiliation with the city of Pittsburgh?
I was born and raised just north of Pittsburgh. But, against my fucking will, when I was younger, I was moved down to the shithole Gulf Coast, the taint of the United States, which is Houston, Texas. But even though I moved down here with the fucking cheating Astros and shit,
yeah,
my heart is still everything Pittsburgh, dude. I mean, Pirates, Steelers, Penguins.
Awesome.
I mean, you name it, it's still Pittsburgh.
That's awesome. Now, much like what Nate talked about, you have a little theme that you're going to be doing with your team as well. Explain that to the people.
Oh, absolutely. So, with being the Pittsburgh Pirates, you got to have some fucking Pirates on the team. So, just to give a few names out there, some are very popular that we all know. Like Jack Sparrow, I think he's going to be warming up in the bullpen for us on a few games here and there. Blackbeard Teach, he's going to be out there on the field. So those are going to be some of the names you're going to see. I got a whole list that I've been working on and just trying to perfect to make sure it goes perfect.
That's awesome. While I still have you here, let's bring Ling Ling back in just for a second.
Oh, shit.
Ling Ling, did you know about Pittsburgh as well? I know you knew about San Francisco, and I know you knew about Cleveland, but did you know about Pittsburgh?
Bro, every time you call for that, man, I got to clear my throat. Hold on, give me a second. Like, fuck, I got to get into character.
Well, I tried to make the announcement. Like, I tried to drag it out on purpose.
Oh, hello, Dave. Did I know about the Pittsburgh Pirates? No, I did not know. I had an inkling about the Corey wanting a team, but I did not put the two and two together. So no, but I'm very happy. I like Pirates. I like that they try to find booty for with the pirates in the ship. I like it. Now, I personally don't like the water, but if you get me drunk enough, I would do anything. And I will give you booty.
Well, Dave, if you want to borrow my ship for, you and Ling Ling for the weekend, by all means, you do you, boo-boo. I'm not going to judge.
I was about to say, if we give her too much Captain Morgan, hey-oh. Corey, let's last question for you. What are you looking forward to bringing a team into the Mob, and what made you want to own a team here in the Mob? Is it a baseball thing? Was it a community thing? All the above. What was your motivation here?
It's definitely an all of the above for one. I have a excuse me. I have ties with a lot of these folks
okay,
here.
Are you okay? Your throat okay? You okay? You got a little horse there. You got something caught in your throat. I can help you out. But okay, go ahead. Keep it going. I want to take care of you like a little bird. I want to carry you in my arms and just nestle you and just take care of you, Corey. It's okay. You a new team. We like you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
All right. So anyway, like I was saying, Jesus fucking Christ, it threw me off.
Welcome to the Mob.
That was funny as shit, though. No, so yeah, definitely the community aspect. But I mean, there's a lot of folks in here that I knew from another league that we are aware of. But also baseball has always been my number one sport. I mean, as much as I love football and hockey, baseball has always been my number one. I mean, that's the first game I went to in the Blast Furnace, Three Rivers in Pittsburgh. No, Doug, that fucking parrot is banned from the stadium.
Give
Doug,
the parrot to Doug. Give him to Doug.
I'm about to send the parrot to Doug. Like he can have that
You
fucking
can have
parrot.
it. He can fucking have it.
Yeah, but no, that's just and I've always grown up watching the Pirates. Back in the Barry Bonds, very clearly. He was one of the greats that I grew up watching. Jason Kendall, somebody mentioned him. Van Slyke,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
So that was definitely it wasn't a hard choice for me. Go with the Pirates at all.
Awesome. Well, we are happy to have the Pirates. We're happy to have you. So welcome to Mob ownership, and congratulations on being an owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates here in the Mob.
Appreciate you, brother.
You got it, bro. Ladies and gentlemen,
So
Corey Menor.
straight.
Sorry, let me real quick. Corey Menor, Pittsburgh Pirates. Go ahead,
I
Yogi.
thought you were.
No, go ahead.
So the Mob is added tonight. Guardians and Pirates. How fitting.
Right?
They fit.
Yeah, they
Great
does.
choice on the Guardians.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. We need some Guardians to protect us, and we need some Pirates to go out and rob more shit because
Booty. Yes,
we
sir.
need more money. We need more money. All right, folks. So 3 announcements down. The Giants, they're gone. The Guardians are in with Nate Hall. The Pirates are in with Corey Menor. What is our fourth and final announcement? Let's find out right fucking now. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, fuck. Why did that go off? My bad. There we go. The Boston Red Sox are in the fucking house.
Oh, God.
Brought by James Troll and Albert Begin. They will be bringing the Red Sox to play against the Yankees and the Orioles in the Mob. You can't have a league without the fucking Red Sox, for God's sake. Let me bring in James Troll and Albert Begin. James Troll, you were kind of the catalyst, the lead on this. And I just got to ask you, why the Red Sox, number one? First of all, congratulations on bringing the Red Sox in. But why the Red Sox, bro?
How can you have a baseball league without the fucking Red Sox?
Easily.
I mean, that's pretty simple right there. How can you have a baseball league without the Red Sox?
That's it. Now, it goes a little deeper than that, though, for you, right?
Well, I am absolutely from the New England area, so you needed this. I talked to you, I think, a month into being in this league about getting a team.
Yeah.
And it had to be Boston.
Yep. We've been talking about it. I mean, I've been talking with a lot of people over a lot of months. There's still a couple in line waiting that will probably be joining us for season 3. But let me bring in your co-owner, Albert Begin. Albert, I know that you were a little hesitant at first, but what changed your mind to join teams with Troll to bring in the Boston Red Sox? And also, congratulations to you.
Thanks. I joined just to piss off Ray and Yogi. That's the only way I did it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What do you mean piss me off?
I said, fuck these guys. Ray dissing the Yankees. Oh yeah, it's like fuck it. He must hate the Red Sox too. Let's do this.
No, he's a Red Sox fan.
Oh, I'm a Red Sox fan, motherfucker.
Oh, hey, Ray,
Whoa. Hold up here. I got to sign him to a longer contract.
I got
it. I'm only kidding. I actually did to piss off Yogi for his birthday. Happy birthday, brother.
Thanks.
I know.
Yeah,
Hey, oh yeah, not only
Nice
did you
one.
get to work all day, but now you get this shit.
Yeah, I get stabbed by Albert. Thank you.
That's it. James, what I know we can't say any names right now, but you and Albert actually came to me with a couple other people that wanted to go in on an ownership group with you. Those people will not be named publicly now until after the playoffs. But we only allow 2 owners per team. But how did this whole, without naming names, how did you that many people get together so quickly? After there was one announcement a week ago, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, all this shit just kind of caught fire.
Yeah. I talked to you, and then Albert kind of discussed it with me a little bit, but I didn't know if he was going to do it or not. And then we had a couple other people that we know that stepped on board and said they would help if we did it. And that was the bottom line for that. As soon as they jumped on board, it was happening.
Yeah. Albert, now I know, like I said in the first question I asked you were a little hesitant at first. The fact that you and what's the relationship between you and James again, for those who don't know?
James is my brother.
James is your brother. So is this a Gone in 60 Seconds moment? A brothers in love? Is it brothers in love? Like once he asked you, you had to do it, or what?
I mean, I sat on it for a little bit because, I wanted to make sure I could put time into this. I didn't want to half-ass it. I have some medical issues going on. So I wanted to make sure that, if I commit, I usually commit 100%. I don't half-ass things. So what happened was we were talking the other day in the chat. You brought up about the Red Sox, and before I knew it, 2 other people hit me up saying, hey, I'll help you out if you want it. I mean, Ray never DM'd me, but other people did. So, I mean, I couldn't say no to 3 people that want a team and want to put time into it. And so I finally said yes.
Amazing. That's awesome. Before I ask you guys your last questions, let me see if I can bring Ling Ling back in here for a second. And we know that Ling Ling knew about the Giants. We know that Ling Ling knew about the Guardians. She did not know about the Pirates, but let's find out from Ling Ling if she knew about the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, Dave, yes, of course. I know about the Boston Red Sox. I know very well James and Albert. Though I will tell you, I like it. James is the skinny one, and Albert is the big one, and James is the better brother. He good. Albert, I don't know, not so much. He's a little scurvy, but he's okay. But yeah, that was a leak. Talk about somebody not doing the things half-ass, Chad. But yeah, I grew up with the Red Sox. I know.
Very good. All right. So you were 3 for 4, kind of like Pick'ems for us, right?
Yeah, 3 for 4. I like juggling 3 to 4 things in my hands at all times.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, Ling Ling. Thank you for like I said at the beginning of this, sitting on the news and not spoiling it for everybody, and then joining us here on the program.
Yeah, I do welcome that. I do want to say I would like it to be at the NAPA convention. I hear great things by this pitcher in your league. His name is Gunny. He grabbed a grip. He got a particular grip. This lady that told me he liked the grip and the knuckle, the moose knuckle. He gripped it very well.
What the fuck?
Okay, thank you. My time over. Ice is coming. I have to go. Bye-bye.
Where's Karen when you need her?
Dude, where the fuck is Karen tonight? Bob Funk has joined us in the chat. Says, what did I miss? Bob Funk, here's what you missed. Your favorite team is going to be in the Mob now. The Giants are out. They will be replaced by the Guardians. And then the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Boston Red Sox will be joining us. James Troll and Albert, I want to say thank you for putting things together so quickly. I know this was a quick one. We needed one more team. There were a couple possibilities out there. You guys kind of got your shit together pretty quick, which was great. And James, I know that the Red Sox are a little different than the Guardians and the Pirates with their themes, because you've got the movie Major League for the Guardians. You've got the whole pirate thing. What's the Red Sox going to do? Are they just going to stick with old school, bring out the Jim Rices and the Yastrzemskis and all that? Or what's the plan there in Boston? Or do you even have a plan yet for that?
I think you might see a lot of New England athletes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Coming out of the woodwork. Might not just be baseball. You might see New England athletes.
Interesting. Like a Tom Brady pitcher or something like that.
I'm just a Tom Brady closer.
Oh, closer. There we go. All right. Albert, last question for you, bro. We know your wife pretty well in all these leagues. We've had some conversations. Has there been a decision made by Tina Begin yet if she's going to contact me and we are going to talk and maybe bring her into the mob to join the Red Sox?
So I have
Didn't you just say don't name names?
No, that's not part of the names that I was talking about.
So
This guy says don't give secrets.
No, the
but give me
names that I was talking about are people that are already in the mob that wanted to go in on ownership with the Red Sox with them. That's different. I just want to know if Tina Begin is going to be joining the mob.
Will Tina be joining? Yes, she will.
Okay,
she will be joining.
All right, tell her she needs to send me a VC then. So there you go,
that means
folks.
Albert's going to get hurt every single week in a game.
Just about. I'm not. No steel doors anywhere.
No,
in the dugout, nothing.
Nothing.
Dugout. Nothing.
Awesome.
No steel doors.
Nothing.
No long stairs or steps or anything for you.
Added room all the way.
Actually, she's gonna come in early, and then I'm gonna come in late, so it's gonna work out great.
That's perfect. That is perfect. All right. Well, James Troll, Albert Begin, joining mob ownership, bringing in the Boston Red Sox for season 3. Albert and James, congratulations and welcome to mob ownership.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks, Dave, and
go ahead, Albert.
I was gonna say, Ling Ling, go fuck yourself.
Well, that was nice. All right, folks, in case you joined late and you missed it, you missed a lot. The San Francisco Giants will not be returning in season 3. They will be replaced by the Cleveland Guardians, and Nate Hall is going to own that team. And then we are expanding to 10 teams. Corey Menner will be bringing in the Pittsburgh Pirates, and as you can see on your screen, James Troll and Albert Begin bringing in the Boston Red Sox. Let me go around the horn here real quick, starting with Yogi. Yogi, what do you think about the movement in ownerships, the teams that have been brought in, and the owners themselves for season 3 here in the mob?
Well, I said earlier we added Guardians, we added Pirates. We were going in a great direction. And then I hear we added the Red Sox.
Fucking Red Sox.
There's only one team on this planet Earth that I despise and hate, and that's the fucking Red Sox. So I'm glad. Get to play
what about the Astros?
Oh, fuck the Astros. Everybody hates the
give a
Astros.
shit about them. Everybody was cheating.
But it's worse because they beat the Dodgers. So, yeah, that's terrible. Winkler, you were obviously involved in a lot of this, the negotiating, talking to some of these team owners and getting things in place and stuff. What are your thoughts here as we look to season 3 after we get through these playoffs with these new teams and these new owners?
Without saying names.
Oh, fuck off.
I just
fuck
off.
He's sitting on his broom right now. Keep that in mind.
I am excited to have owners that are enthusiastic, that want to help build what we have going, and that are going to be integral in moving our league forward. I am happy that we have buy-in from all 3 organizations. They're excited, and I hope that excitement, carries over when the Boston Red Sox finish last in the league. Yogi was like, we were going in good directions. We got the Pirates, we got the Guardians. Well, Yogi, we needed somebody to walk on, and what better to walk on than the Sox?
Oh, so that's an interesting point because the Yankees are the worst team in the league. So, I mean, can the Red Sox be worse than the Yankees, bro?
I mean, it's pretty hard to be.
And how weird is it to have that rivalry at the bottom of the standings instead of the top of the standings, like in real baseball?
It's gonna be so great.
It's gonna be great.
I hate them both.
Everybody's gonna fucking love that shit. That's hilarious. Keith, let me bring you in, bro. I know you. Listen, Wink and I kept all this shit top secret. No owners knew. No players knew. Nobody. No admins. Nobody knew shit. It was just me, Wink, and the potential owners that are now owners. That being said, so Keith, you're an owner. I assume that you are surprised by all of this evening. What's your take on it all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not I wouldn't necessarily. Well, I mean, yes, of course, I'm surprised because I didn't know. Obviously, like you said, this was kind of kept in the dark. Congrats to everyone on the new teams. I'm glad that this league is still expanding. I know that that's been the general vision for this league since it started. It's great to hear that those three organizations all have people that are bought in and enthusiastic, because that's what we want for this league. I'm excited to see what I guess kind of the how those teams are built, how some of the new owners will incorporate parts of their personality into their teams, since then it seems like that's become kind of a thing in this league. There are some owners that you can just tell that, oh, the Cubs are owned by Rob and Michaela Foraker based on, some of the players that are on that team. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see, and I'm excited to see how things shake up next year. And of course, it's going to be great going into Boston and seeing Freddie Flash jack a fucking nuke over the wall in left field.
Oh fuck. Let me see who's next. Ray. Now, Ray, I knew you had an inkling on one of these teams that was coming in, but what's your take on everything you see here?
Oh, funny enough, now that it's announced, I had an inkling on two of these teams coming. Well, three of these teams actually. I had an inkling on all these fucking teams coming in.
How did you have an inkling on? I knew you knew about the Red Sox.
I knew about the Pirates because you already told me that, because I was already thinking about bringing the Pirates in.
Well, maybe we did have that conversation. I have so many conversations. Apparently I forget.
And then, little spoiler alert, Nate decided to DM me about the Guardians.
Oh, yeah. Well, so just let me also say this. I told all of these teams the other day that they can start reaching out to people because we don't have tampering rules here. I said keep it on the down low. Don't give anything away. Don't talk about any, other people and yada, yada, yada. But if you want to start recruiting, knock yourself out, because we don't have fucking tampering rules here, Ray, right? It's the fucking mob. Nobody tells us what the fuck to do, right?
Exactly. Unless you want concrete shoes.
I was going to say, we do have concrete shoes, even though we don't have tampering.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So, Keith, Michaela's not an owner, by the way. It's just Rob.
Yeah, I just learned that as she barged into my room and started yelling at me.
Owner!
You're the man.
Michaela, did I do your voice correctly? Probably not, but let me move on.
Close enough.
Hey, Michaela, how you doing?
Hey, hi, Michaela. Bye, Michaela.
I'm okay. I'm just a little bored,
a little bored, though. Let me bring Soto in. Soto, we've had a lot of discussions about different possibilities, different directions of this league. You knew a little bit about some of this stuff that was going on, potentially based on some conversations we had. But what's your overall take here?
Well, Ling Ling told me everything.
Well,
it would have been nice for you to come to me first, but you go to Ling Ling.
Bro, dude, tell her to stop talking to Mob in the Know. What the fuck? I can't believe you brought that shit out. Fucking Mob in the Know. That was way too fucking. Yeah. I'll answer Gunny here in a second. I gotta see what he's asking me. But what's your take, bro? Is it exciting? What's your take on Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Boston?
It's awesome. Yeah, I think it's awesome. I look, and my rival is the Giants, and they're going away. But I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's still a game is a game, whoever the hell you're playing. So it doesn't matter. To me, like, rivalry is that week. That's it.
Yeah.
But no, dude, it's exciting, man. Kind of like what Doug Day said a little bit earlier, man. Dude, free agency is going to be fucking wild, man. That's going to be cool. When you have three new teams, basically, you're coming in, and there's going to be. We only have so many restricted players. Basically, we only have 2 or 3, I guess, per team, and that's it. Everybody else is on one season contracts. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty cool, man. It's going to be neat. Whatever happens, I think it's cool for the owners, the new owners, and the players. I think it's just cool. I think it's just good overall, man. Whether it's on my team or on other teams, or like Ray is going to leave Yogi. I mean, you can kind of tell that already.
Hey, you don't know shit.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm just saying, brother.
You don't know shit. I don't know what scoop you're fucking getting from goddamn Ling Ling, but
you get swept one time and all hell breaks loose.
We've been swept more than once.
No,
That was the only one.
no, you only got
it's
swept that last
exciting,
week,
dude.
I
It's pretty
think.
cool.
Yeah, but
One to two.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
it's
we've been
pretty
swept
cool.
before.
I don't think
No.
so.
No, we had.
So to finish your thought, and so we can move on here.
No, man, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all. This is going to be pretty awesome, man. It's going to be pretty cool.
I'm pretty excited about it as well. Now, okay, so Gunny is asking me if there's going to be 6 per team. I assume he's talking about humans. There are an abundance of items that we will be discussing at the team owner meeting on the 22nd of March. I think we have 54 humans in the mob right now. If we add 60, if we get to add 6 more to get to 60, which I anticipate we will do, then we will have 6 per team again like we did last season. That is, I think, an attainable goal. I think it's a realistic goal. And I don't think we will go over that because I only want to do it in numbers that are even so everybody has the same amount of humans. So if I was a betting man, here's what I would bet, everybody. Here's the over and under for this show for tonight. 60 people on 10 teams, 6 per team. If we expand to 12 teams for season 4, 72 people maybe. We could add 12 more people to keep the 6. I think that would be the goal that we would put in place. And then things would get capped there for a while. There won't be any more growth past 12 teams, just so everybody knows. Robo will be a free agent. I am his agent, just like I was last year. So any teams that want him will have to go through me, and I will negotiate what is best for his player, not what's best for my friendship with him or whatever. What's best for his player is where I will decide he goes based on my negotiations with team owners. So, and whoever sends me the most money, according to Wink. So there it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. The Cleveland Guardians, owned by Nate Hall, the Pittsburgh Pirates, owned by Corey Menner, and the Boston Red Sox, owned by James Troll and Albert begin joining us in Season 3. Congrats to all of them, and welcome to Mob Ownership. Annie, I saw a Wink real quick. I saw Annie ask something, but I didn't see what it was, and then you gave her a really long answer. What was that about? What was her question?
She was asking about.
I think it was rebuilds. If we were doing
she was asking about rebuilds, and she asked about the schedule for next season. How many games we're going to play?
Okay.
So I responded as far as games. I said we're still working out the schedule for next season. We still don't have it narrowed down to how many games we want to play. And as far as rebuilds, I said, and I quote, "As of right now, we have no plans on rebuilds. But we were also looking at into some things for quality of life adjustments across the board that might make people have some tweaks in their builds, but nothing is set in stone. We still have to discuss it in the owners meeting this off season."
That is okay. That is true. Annie Beaverhausen also asking if I am going to be switching teams. Possibly. I might be switching teams for a specific reason that is still being negotiated. And just like any other franchise player one who is bugging out a season early, I would have to pay I think it's a 3-point penalty on one season. I have to look and see what rules we made up at the time. But whatever the penalty is, I would have to pay it if I do move.
Let's be fucking real. Like, he's gonna be a Guardian because Cleveland is so inept as an organization already, and then Nate Hall just adds to the mix. It's just it's already bad. It's okay.
Oh, I want to see. Why does everybody think I'm going to the Red? Look at access to the Red Sox, Dave to the Red Sox. Why does everybody think I'm going to go to the Red Sox? That's
what color
wild.
socks are you wearing right now?
The skin colored because I'm not wearing any.
It would have been funny if he just sat there and said Red Sox.
I
But I don't see why that has to do anything with this.
I'm wearing white socks.
Oh,
Chicago.
Oh,
Season
Ling
4.
Ling don't know shit.
11th team confirmed.
Oh my God, that was a nightmare having 11 team because we had another owner and team that was super close to coming in, and fortunately he was nice enough to just put things off, but he will be at the top of the list for the next expansion round for sure. So you know who you are. I appreciate you, and I know you were talking to Wink mostly, but I appreciate what you said. Michael says, not what I said, Dave. What do you say? Dave's actually going to take over ownership of the... Oh, you can go fuck yourself, Michael. The Giants... I hate the fucking Giants. I would never be on the Giants, ever. And by the way, that's not the reason why they're leaving. Chad has a busy life, and he's just unable to continue as owner, and that's that.
Listen. Stop fucking sugarcoating it. Just say Eagle was right.
Well, I mean, Eagles got the player on there. I mean, that's
Eagles got the player on there. When does Chad quit? Guess what? Hint, hint. Hint, hint. It was before the end of season 2.
Okay. Yeah, look at Chris Lee. Now you're confusing Chris Lee. What do you mean Eagle was right? That never happens. You're
Get
confusing
ready for the
people.
player to come back of I knew Chad would quit.
Dude, I want to know. You're confusing the shit out of Chris, first of all. But let's move on to. You guys want to talk some actual baseball now that we've been on fucking air for an hour? What the hell? Let's talk about the final regular season standings real quick. Cardinals and Mets win their divisions. I'm sure that still stings for Yogi, even to the.
I just threw up in my mouth.
I
yes.
kind of knew you did. Doug Day wants to know if Pole Dancing Nate is a free agent. The Orioles.
Hey, Yogi, it's okay. You have the second best record in baseball this year. It's okay.
Sure do.
Damn, he just more digs, Yogi. I mean, first the broom and now this. Damn.
Rivalry grows.
I know. I know one rivalry that won't be moving around next season.
No, at any cost.
No.
I'll pay to keep that rivalry.
Yeah. So we know the Yankees and the Giants will be playing in the Subway Series. The Orioles. I mean, what a great. They didn't win a series between week 3 until week 8, and then they won 3 in a row down the stretch to take it over. Ironically, the Cubs fell apart around the same time, so that worked in our favor. So we actually get to host them in the wild card. And then the Brewers kind of pull the Cubs and the Mets pull the Orioles, and same scenario there. Now the Brewers have to host the A's in the wild card. So including the Subway Series, Yogi, I'll start with you. Including the Subway Series and the 2 wild cards that will be played this week, what is the most interesting one to you? Let me see if I can. Thought I had a bracket here. Oh, I do. Hold on.
The most interesting thing is the looks on everybody's faces in the locker room when they realized we had to cancel our Cabo trip for this week.
That does suck, man. You had a whole vacation plan to watch the Mets and the A's play each other.
Go rest. Yeah.
That does suck. Cubs, Orioles, A's.
Hey, watch, man.
Cubs, Orioles, A's, Brewers, or is the Yankees Giants one the most interesting one? What's your take on these?
I picked the Giants, and I'm kicking myself for it because if they give the effort they gave this past week, it's going to be the Yankees are going to win. They're going to long ball them and win. So I probably should have picked the Yankees.
Yeah, I think I did pick the Yankees actually. Wink, what's the most interesting matchup to you? Is it Brewers A's? Is it Orioles Cubs, or is it Yankees Giants?
I think it's, for me personally, it's the Brewers A's.
Yeah, I mean,
not you. You have the second and third, and not in this order, but you have the second and third best teams in the league.
You have second and fourth.
Facing off.
Second and fourth, technically, but go ahead.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, these. They're not.
They're not.
Okay,
Fuck,
dude, 17 is more than 16 last time I checked.
Last time I checked, and I am Nostradamus, the title for season 2 will come out of the newbie division. The OGs just might as well not even fucking exist.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Let me bring Keith. All right. First of all, help me defend the OGs. Number 1.
Yeah, we can't be having this shit, Wink. Come on now.
Yeah. And
hey, didn't we just beat you 2-1? Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, this guy.
Leave it to the sub 500 team to sit here and get the above 500 team to back up the OG division.
Hey, somebody's got to be a sub. I mean,
there are one above 500 team.
Listen, all I've got to say is that there was one team in the mob that went from the worst record in the league to winning their division, and that team is the St. Louis Cardinals.
Have you seen your division?
Also, hey, let me also throw on there. There is only one team that has the potential to go back to the Robo Classic.
Hey,
and that's the Cardinals. That's the
There's
Cardinals.
only one division with a team that didn't get over fucking double-digit wins. Guess who?
Bro, it doesn't matter. The Orioles sucked all season, and now they're kicking everybody's ass. You don't know what's going to happen to play. We're peaking at the right time. You guys are peaking at the right time. If I'm the Cubs or the Brewers, I might be worried a little bit right now because of the way things are going late in the season.
Peeking out of your asshole because you're spewing an awful lot of it.
It's spewing out of your fucking mouth right now. Oh my god, bro! I hope we fucking play. I hope we fucking play you so badly.
You fucking want tension and storylines and rivalries,
dude. I want the fucking Mets motherfucking Mets now.
I just want to point out everybody in the newbie division hit above 500 or above. There's only one team in the OG that did it.
Why does that? So our division must have been more competitive then. Let me bring.
Yeah. It's so much more competitive that you let the Cardinals win it.
Now listen, Ray.
They're the defending fucking runner-up fucking Rebel Classic runner-ups, motherfucker.
Now hold on.
Wait, no, hold on. They didn't win it. They actually choked.
Hold on a second, Ray. Hey, Ray, what happened last season?
Yeah, what happened last season, bitch?
I'm not a part of last season. Why are we talking about last season? This is a new season.
That's what I thought.
This
you weren't even the owner then! You can't take credit for something you didn't own. Shut the hell up.
Hey,
come on.
He was a franchise player. He was an integral part of that team that went to the championship.
He was a franchise player that didn't do jack shit last season. It was almost like watching me and Dave bat again.
Hey,
who did
you play for last year?
I
Ray?
love that you guys are so tilted. Everybody's a Cardinals fan right now.
I know. Oh, dude, I'm an OG fucking fan right now. Ray, who did you play for last season?
That's all they got. I played for the Cubs.
Oh, the Cubs. That's right. Okay.
Bingo.
All right. You know what? Let's bring in a voice of reason. Let's bring in Greg Soto.
That's not a voice of reason. You've already fucked up right now.
Yeah, that is.
Soto, bring this conversation back to normal.
I think I might be. This is wild.
This is fucking
crazy.
wild. All right, Soto, what's your take on the match?
I'm white on white crime right now.
Oh fuck! What's your take here, bro?
The brown Latino's just chilling over here, smiling from ear to ear. I'm like,
I'm eating chicken wing dip. It's got me spicy.
Is that what it is? What's the most interesting, or what's the most anticipating? Like, which is the one you think everybody's looking forward to seeing?
Well, I think it's going to be the A's and the Brewers. I think it is, especially and I got to give it to Winkler and Yogi with their drama, and I think they just want to see. They just want to see if the Brewers. They want to probably see the Brewers and Mets probably play again. And Winkler wants to see if the Brewers completely collapse. So I think that's. So we're
going to get it one way or the other, right? We're going to get one story.
Yeah. And honestly, for me too, and because I know these guys. The new owners of the Red Sox now, they're actually going to play against each other, the Yankees and the Giants, and it's brother against brother. So that'll be fun to watch, and I know they're going to talk shit to each other while the series is going on.
Yeah.
Troll pitching against Albert Begin. So that'll be fun to watch, and just having them talk shit to each other before they become teammates.
Yeah, I don't disagree. That's a great point. So there's your final regular season standings here in the mob, which brings me to something I wanted to go to before we did that, but that's fine. We can do it now. We have the updated and the last regular season KMPR. That we're going to discuss right now. So let's do a drum roll. It's the last one, Ray. Let's do a drum roll for this.
I'll give him. This is about as much as a drum roll I'm going to give him.
Here we go. KMPR. Brewers stay up top. Mets stay 2. A's stay 3. Cardinals. The OG division winning over 500 Cardinals jump 2 spots to 4th. The Giants drop 1 spot to 5th. The Orioles jump up 1. The Cubs, the biggest down mover, I guess. Interesting that the rivals, the Cardinals go up 2, Cubs go down 2, and the Yankees stay at the bottom. Keith, give us a quick overview on the hows and whys, especially when it comes to the Cardinals and the Cubs, and then we'll go around the horn.
Yes, I mean it's pretty straightforward. A lot of this is just due to the movement of the Cardinals and the Cubs. The Cubs obviously got swept by the Cards, and so that hurt their run differential, which is of course a major part of the KMPR. And so if you get swept, you're going to drop a ton, especially to a team that was sixth in the standings before then. So yeah, it was just a tough go for the Cubs. And they dropped as a result. I did not think they would drop that far. I honestly did not think there was a chance that the Orioles were going to jump them, even if the Orioles did.
I mean, the
win the
Orioles
series.
have won 3 series in a row, and we only moved up 1 fucking spot, bro. How many more games do we have to fucking win to move up?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I think sometimes if you just dig yourself, it seems like if you just dig yourself enough of a hole with these kinds of stats based performance rankings systems, then it's just impossible to get out of it, no matter how much you win.
Yeah.
That may be the case here. I don't entirely know, to be
I mean,
honest.
the mere fact that the Giants are still ahead of the Orioles bugs me anyway, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, well, I can understand why, coming from you, Mr. Fuck everything related to the Giants. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, this ranking right here it's close to what I expected it would be when the games ended. But yeah, the one surprise was the Cubs being so low for me.
All right, I'm going to start at the top here this time with Soto first. Soto, what's your overall impression and any surprises? I mean, I guess, when he explains the Cards-Cub thing, that makes sense. The Oriole thing below the Giants still bugs me, but other than that, any surprises or any what's your impression here of the final regular season KMPR?
Yeah, no, I'm not really surprised. The Cubs finishing where they're at. I mean, that was going to happen. So I suspected that they were going to drop a 1 or at least 2. So no, I don't see anything wrong with this. Yeah, I mean, you basically got the top 4 teams with the 4 best records.
Yeah.
In the top 4 in the league in general. So I mean, yeah, I'm actually agreeing with this. There's nothing wrong.
Actually, Keith, is this in order of did it actually pan out to be in order of record? It is, isn't it?
It looks like it. Maybe.
I believe
the Mets have the better record than the
Mets are
Brewers.
behind the Brewers.
That's right. Mets over
yeah.
Brewers. That's right.
Oh yeah, the very top.
Yeah.
Oh, even Zemelia's like, nope.
Yeah. Well, and I can tell you right away that's just because the Brewers' run differential is
that's what
just
I figured it had to be.
Ridiculous. It's literally it's almost 3 times the next best run differential, which is the Mets.
Until we need them. Until we need them.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Ray, your impression real quick on the final regular season KMPR.
Can this be like the Giants and not return for season 3? Because then that'll just make 2 out of the 3 things on my wish list fucking go. And that third one is the Yankees being fucking eliminated from the mob.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We need especially with the Red Sox and the Orioles. It's like a triangle. That might be our first triangle rivalry. I think actually, because technically, I think the Brewers could be in with the Cubs, right? But not the Cards or something like that. But Winkler, you got the next point here. What's your take on KMPR?
I mean, I regret wasting my breath from last segment because the KMPR literally backs up what I was saying about the 3 best teams being in the newbie division.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much you can rely on it if it's got the Mets second and the Brewers first.
Hey, the Brewers have been consistently good.
Yeah.
Hold on. Somebody record this. He's actually giving credit to the Brewers.
Right.
No.
It's all recorded.
They did.
Thank God.
They were consistently good until the last week when they were fucking bad and got swept.
Actually,
but like it reflects the season they had up until they played the Mets for a second time and lost to them a total of 5 games to 1 in our 2 series.
Okay, but Yogi, what have we always said about the KMPR? It'll shake itself out by the end of the season. Technically, this doesn't shake all the way out because shouldn't the Mets be ahead of the Brewers? Shouldn't the Orioles be ahead of the Giants, et cetera, et cetera?
It's just weighing
No,
that.
the
that
the
run
Orioles don't have a
differential.
better record
Hey,
than the
fuck off.
Giants.
I didn't say Wink. I said Yogi. Fuck off.
Hey, can I have my time back, Link?
Yes, you can have. The gentleman from Virginia, you can have your time back.
I yield. I
96-year-old.
yield. I yield.
I think the Mets should be ahead of them because they have the better record, but it's just
And head to
weighted
head,
a little
right?
heavier on run differential. Yeah, and head to head,
Yeah.
they crushed us.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand we were there all season, but they got hot when we got cold. It was just perfect timing for them and the worst timing for us. It was bound to happen during the course of a 30-game season.
All right. Keith, final thoughts on this before we move on to the next segment.
Yeah, so real quick, I just took a look at my little sheet that I have where I have all the different segments that go into the KMPR separated out. I took a look at the expected win percentage number just to see what it looked like, which this is largely based on the run differential. So like Yogi and I have mentioned already, the expected win percentage for the Brewers was 74.6%, which is roughly, I think that's going 22-8. And the Mets' expected win percentage was 58.5%, which
Wow.
is roughly 18-12.
Right where they landed.
Right. So that's what I was getting to there. So the Mets, obviously, yeah, they landed pretty close, but the Brewers, they just ran into a buzzsaw the last couple weeks.
Underperformed.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is
the Mets. The Mets had some bad losses early in the season.
Earlier.
Like we just couldn't rebound from it as far as the metrics go.
I think
But,
that's another indication, though, Wink, of what Keith said a moment ago, is that when you dig yourself in, it's harder to get out of the hole in the KPR than it is to go the other way around, right?
Or I guess just with stats in general, yeah.
But then Christy Lee decided she wanted to pitch a little bit better, and here we are.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, final regular season KMPR, and there it is. All right, that's going to bring us to Keith. Are these updated? I haven't checked that thread, so I didn't even know before I put this on.
Yes, they're updated.
Everything's updated. All right, we're not
all of them are updated.
Yes, all of them are updated.
We'll find out when we get to stolen bases, because I might have to add a couple here in a second. But
Damn,
we've spent
batting average.
We have spent a lot of time on this over the last couple weeks, so I'm just gonna kind of scroll through it, and as I do, Keith, I'll start with you, and we'll work our way around the horn here. Any major changes that have jumped out at you? I'm sure you haven't studied it necessarily before, but as I'm showing it here on the screen, Jack Gaines now leading a lot more categories. He must have had a monster week, huh?
Yeah, he did have a monster week. I know we haven't put out ballots or anything for week 10 yet, but I think I gave you some stats from this past week, Dave, and yeah, I think Jack Gaines had like one of the better weeks in mob history at the plate, I would say. But yeah, it's largely just the same people that we've seen the last few weeks, just because at this point there's enough data already that these leaderboards are pulling from that things can only change so much.
Well, at least you got the stolen bases part correct this time.
Yeah,
it's tied now.
And I think
you're welcome for that, Dave. Yeah. I was waiting for someone to like look in stats and say something in the dugout of like, wait a second, why the hell is Dave number one? No,
because I am. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah, keep telling yourself
and
that.
just for the record, playoffs don't count, so these are your final records, and Dave Dirtbag leads the league in stolen bases at the end.
Tied in stolen bases.
What's that?
Tied in stolen bases.
No, tie goes to the human. Like, that whole tie goes.
I'm not gonna fucking complain. It's back-to-back seasons of a Ricky Henderson taking it. So
there you go.
I think tie should go to the AI because they don't progress. So that means you just really suck.
Bro, why are you still talking? I have not called on you like in 5 minutes. Why are you still talking? Well, since you are talking already, anything else? here, I'm going to go through the pitchers too, but Wink, anything? I mean, obviously Jack Gaines is probably the biggest thing we're going to see, but what else sticks out? Anything?
It's interesting that the league's batting average did not change from last week to this week.
It did.
Yeah,
I'm not in there
it's
anymore.
it's been pretty steady
It's
around.
it's still 2-2-3.
Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the league average?
Yeah, the league average.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it's been fluctuating by like 1 or 2 points, going up, going down, going
Mhm.
up, going down. So it's
Yeah.
interesting that it finally leveled out.
A lot of the pitchers look about the same. Ducati leading where he was. Of course, when it comes to walks and stuff, it's Gunny. Most strikeouts is Soto still. Keith, I don't see a lot of
Chris
changes.
Lee tried to catch Soto, which was interesting to me. He made it a lot closer than I thought he was going
Where
to.
did Nate finished third?
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Chris
thought it
passed.
was
Oh, Chris
interesting.
passed Nate.
That's
Yeah.
per 9. Go to actual
Per 9.
strikeouts.
Yeah, my bad. Hold on.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's still an indicator. I just want to see the total. 'Cause I think Soto was
Am I
the
going the wrong
only
way?
one. No, you're going the right
Oh, there
way.
you go.
I think
Yeah,
Soto
you're
was
good.
the only one to go over 100 or over 2. No, they both did.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
so
a
he
few.
won. Yeah.
Damn,
check
Chris
what
Lee
time it
beat Nate Hall by 1 strikeout.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
But he was down. He was down 8. I think going into last week.
Yeah, well,
And ends up
Nate
beating
talked
by
about
1.
how he had a bad couple weeks there. Speaking of Nate Hall and strikeouts, let's bring Soto in real quick. Soto, your impression of the pitcher stats seem pretty similar for the most part over the last couple weeks, except for maybe the strikeouts.
Yeah, it pretty much everything stayed the same. I mean, Ducati is, he is the best pitcher in the league when you look at all this stuff. I mean, there's some intangibles that, he's going to probably get, and he'll probably become even better next season when he adds a fourth pitch, and just does more progressions, but he's already up there. Yeah, and for me, for my pitcher, I mean, it just got to the point where, and I really didn't care until Nate started caring. So when it came to strikeouts, it was like, I can't let Nate beat me in strikeouts. So he almost did it though, and so did Chris Lee. So, I'm happy we're in the playoffs, and I got the no hitter, and I guess you could say during the season I'm the strikeout king. So I mean, I'm fine with that. But yeah, Ducati's. Other than that, I mean, Ducati just takes just about everything else.
Do you remember? Did you lead the league in strikeouts last season as well? Or Keith, do you remember?
So.
I don't remember offhand. It was either him or Chris Lee.
I actually thought Lisa was in that mix.
I think it was me as well, but I don't remember 100%.
All right, let me bring Yogi in. I think he was the only one that hasn't talked so far on this one. Yogi, your thoughts here on the season, the regular season. Are we separating these from postseason, Keith?
Yes.
Okay,
Should.
awesome.
Yes.
I know we should, but I don't want to put more work on people than need be. I didn't know if it was easier or whatever. I'm assuming we did that last season as well, Keith.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Yogi, your thoughts on the stats, the season-ending regular season stats.
Go down to your pitchers and look at my boy Troll, who I told you all about all year. Look where he is on everything. 4th, 5th, 3rd, 4th.
You mean the soon-to-be pitcher of the Boston Red Sox?
Yeah. So he did what I told you he was doing. He came along with the build.
Yeah,
I mean, some of them he's down lower. No big deal. Innings pitched. I'm not worried about that.
But
But some of the key.
He gave up the second least
Yeah.
walks. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, is innings pitched on here? Because maybe he just didn't.
Yeah, he was low. He was way low.
Yeah, so there's a
It
correlation
comes
there,
out of it.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he came around like I said he would. I'm not surprised where he ended up.
Well, not too
hell of a
shabby.
season for 4 pitchers in my book. All 4 of the top pitchers were outstanding.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Keith, you and your team have done an awesome job this season. Appreciate all you guys over there. And congrats to all the league leaders. We'll get into that. And Keith mentioned something, too. I just want everybody to know, listen, everybody knows what I've been going through for the last several weeks. And we had a really busy weekend again. The putting the awards, putting the mob ballot stuff together for the awards is the second most time-consuming thing I do. And if I had spent all the time on that, we would not have had a bunch of other things. So, you're just gonna have to bear with me. We may just have to push those off, or maybe I'll get a couple people and we'll just vote on them and throw them out real quick tomorrow or something like that. So apologies on that, but I can only do so much right now, and that seems to be the least important of the things that I need to get done. So
they can carry him over to next season. They'll be fine.
Yeah, we can do that maybe too. I mean, I think I'm 2 weeks behind. I don't think we've done 9 or 10, so we'll see. But anyway, so there's your season stats. Let's get into playoffs. So for those of you, this is going to be over a 90-minute show. So I was actually thinking it would be 9 to 11.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I actually thought in my head, because we weren't having games today, it would be 9 to 11. I just didn't communicate that to Crazy Canuck before he did it. So, but no big deal. Here's your schedule coming up this week. We're going to start things off tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Yankees at Giants for the game 1 of the Suckway Series. Then the first wild card game is A's at Brewers, and then the other one is Cubs at O's. You can see the rest of the schedule. As we get down to Thursday, green is if necessary. The Suckway Series is only 2 out of 3, so Yankees and Giants may not have that third game. That's why it's in green. Pink is for flex games, depending on what happens with Brewers, A's, and O's Cubs. Those games could, shift around possibly. I mean, if one team maybe is up 2-0 or whatever, we might move those over. And yeah, I know, Thump. It was supposed to be a 2-hour thing, but it is what it is. No big deal. We'll give points away. That's why I didn't bet on it today, because actually I probably should have just bet the over. But then I started off no story or short story time and no bullet points. I was like, maybe we can do an hour and a half. I should have known better. And then the light blue you see there is a combination of if necessary and flex time. So all of Friday, and yes, we're going to be, all the playoffs are going to be 5 days a week for the next 3 weeks. It is what it is. So we can get it done. It's just going to, you guys will know as we get to Thursday what Friday is going to look like. So you'll know Thursday on Wednesday, you'll know Friday on Thursday. That's just the way it's going to be. So I just wanted to go over that real quick before we get to the Diamond Massacre. Now, we only have 3 matchups this week since the Cardinals and the Mets have byes. You just saw them on the schedule, what they are. So let me bring in Ray just for a moment. Ray, was this an easier one for you to do this week because of less games, or was it harder because of the matchups?
It was honestly kind of easier just because I could get away from a little bit from what happened in the regular season. And I could just put my full hatred and what I think is funny
right
comments into it.
Okay. Well, let's go around the horn and see what people think before you get to each one. We're going to do the Suckway Series first. Giants will have the home field advantage. They'll have 2 of 3 at home, the third game, if it's necessary. Yogi, I'll start with you. You were a big proponent of the Giants this season, just as you were with James Troll. The wheels have kind of come off here down the stretch. But the Yankees, I mean, there's not a lot of positive there either. So are we going to see 3 games on this, you think? And who did you pick in your pick'ems?
I picked the Giants. But like I said earlier, I think that was a mistake. If they did what they did the last series, then they've already checked out. The Guardians are already moving in. And I probably made a mistake, but anything can happen. Troll's pitching. If he can get up early and hold on to leads and they can score their 4 or 5 runs and hold on, they could win it. But I just got a funny feeling that the Bashers are going to come out. They've progressed. They're ready. They're trying to make some kind of statement for next season. So look for them to come out and play some good ball.
Dude, I should have led with this, but I should have said what the pick'ems were in the chat. This is the strangest pick'ems we've had. So in the series pick'em for the Suckway Series, 7 people picked the Yankees, 31 people picked the Giants, but 4 people picked nobody cares. 4 people.
Thank you for that option, by the way.
4 people hit the emote that says nobody fucking cares. Winkler.
We know where Ray voted. Yes.
Winkler. Which do I want to? I'll tell you who voted on that. Hold on. Before I go to Wink. It was Eagle, Travis Danger, Ray, and Art Vandalay. Oh my God. Wink. Does anybody care? I mean, the Giants are leaving anyway, so do the Yankees maybe care so they can salvage something this season? Who cares about this matchup?
I think the Yankees care more than anything. To at least get that 10th, 11th win for a little bit of momentum building for free agency, I think would help them more than another series loss. I think Delaney's got to show that he can, I don't know, fucking manage a team right now. So I think the pressure is on the Yankees, and I think they care more.
Yeah, they're the only team that didn't get double-digit wins, so they need at least one win in this series to get to 10.
I think they're gonna get it 2-0. But yeah.
By the way, the 8 people who picked the Yankees are myself, Greg Soto, Crazy Canuck, Mark Chisholm, Joseph Delaney. Oh, finally one Yankee. Keith Winkler, and Jack Dean. So 2 Yankees and 6 non-Yankees picking the Yankees to win. I skip. Keith. Keith, who did you? I just said you picked the Yankees along with me and Wink and Soto. Why is this panel big on the Yankees? Is it just because the Giants are going away?
Well, I tell you what, this is a very interesting series because these are 2 of maybe the biggest anomaly teams stats-wise, because the Yankees lead the league in runs scored. So you would think that would mean they would be winning a lot of games. But nope, because they for one reason or another cannot keep the other team off the scoreboard. Now, obviously we know that they can hit home runs all day long. We've seen that all season. Yeah. That hasn't been a problem for them. And what's interesting about the Giants is they are last in runs scored by a long shot. It is not even close, which surprises me because I think that team is similarly built to the Brewers. I know Yogi's said that till he's blue in the face all season, but for whatever reason, it just hasn't happened for the Giants. And I think the Yankees are going to take advantage of that. I think Tommy Gunn is going to pitch a good series. And I just think that the Yankees had the firepower to overcome anything that the Giants throw at them.
So do you get the last word on this one before we go to Ray's rant? Is it just a simple case of the Yankees can outscore the Giants, or is there more to it?
Yeah, I think so. I think Troll's a better pitcher than Gunn, but the batting of the Yankees is just, I think, that much better than the Giants. Yeah. And, and I think, I think Albert, well, I don't know. I think James wants to beat Albert just as probably Albert wants to beat James. But I'm going, like you said, like you read there, I'm going with brother Albert. I think he's gonna. Yeah, there you go, James Albert. I'm going with the big boy. I'm going with brother Albert, man, on this one. I think it's going to be too much for Troll to handle.
Yeah, Ray. Before you get into your rant, I just want to add to that too. I agree with Wink. I think that the Yankees, coming off the championship last season, they still have a little something to prove where the Giants don't have anything to play for right now. Nothing. I think the Yankees need to show a little bit of that Yankee pride and show up in this series and outscore them, like he said. But that aside, what does the Diamond Massacre say about the Suckway series?
Was that a segue to me to do my rant, or?
Yeah, bro. Or if you want to, or you can say something before it if you want to. I thought the quiet was you weren't going to say anything because the Suckway series is so bad.
Yeah. Here's my rant about the Suckway series.
Crickets? I knew the crickets were coming.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. I kind of zoned out there a little bit because I was too busy reading into what I wrote, and I was laughing to myself a little bit.
Well, let the rest of us laugh with you, Ray.
All right. Yankees at Giants. Can I just repeat what I said previously about these two teams when they faced off in the regular season? No? Fuck. All right. I'll give them some damn insight. The New York Drunkies, going from being last in the first season but having the benefit of only 4 teams in the entire league, won the championship.
But guess what, you sons of bitches? That's not a thing anymore. At least you repeated your success at being the last place team in the division, so you get some credit. But this series is for a championship you don't want any amount of knowledge about. A 9-21 record to finish off the regular season. The only piece of shit team to not finish in the double digits of wins, and if only the season was 10 games shorter, I could throw in a distasteful 9/11 joke in this somehow. Speaking of distasteful, the San Francisco. I've got a perfect puzzle for you. What do you get when your pitcher's a troll? Can't get ahead even if you sell your soul. You thought you were gonna be a pain in our ass. What does your record say about that? At least you hit 500. Oompa loompa doompity da. Fuck the city of San Fran, let's go to the bar. Oompa loompa doopity dee. The Subway Series is where you will be. Where you will be. Have I made enough fun of these guys yet?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Do I have to give a prediction? Is the meteor still a valid option?
No, it's not. You got to make a prediction.
Fuck it. Give me the chocolate factory workers to win this series.
Really? Okay. I'm actually surprised by that. Oh my God, the Oompa Loompa thing. I don't even know why I didn't see that coming because you hadn't done it all season, but it makes total fucking sense. Right, Ray's rant for the massacre. And yes, Robert Thump, he's got game 1 tomorrow night. I don't know about the other games. I just remember that one because we talked about it today, and I think I still haven't even put it on the fucking schedule yet. But that brings us to the wild card. First wild card. A's and Brewers. So I've got 2 Brewers and an A in here, so I'll go to them last. Let me start with somebody who's familiar with both these teams. Let me pull Winkler in here first. Wink, these are both teams in your division. You've had interesting series with both teams. This is probably, I think in my opinion as well, the series to watch of the 3 that are here this week. What are your thoughts on A's Brewers, and who did you pick in the pick'em?
I'm gonna say who I picked in the pick'em first.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna give my reason for why I picked who I picked. Because I don't think it's what you think. So I picked the Brewers because deep down inside, that's who I hoped wins. We struggled against the A's all season. I personally don't want to play them again. So I am really hoping that the Brewers can take the brooms out of their asses and actually hit the ball. With that said, I also take out I'm part of the Mets organization, etc. As a fan of this league, am sad that this matchup comes in the first.
Oh, comes instead of being in the divisional.
Because I could see this as probably one of the best series that we're ever going to get this playoffs.
Yeah, but if this was a divisional championship, you'd have to take the Mets out. You'd have to take your own team out.
No, I'm saying that it's a shame it's not the Robo Classic. It's a shame that they're in the same division and they can't meet in the finals. Because when these 2 teams clash, it clashes. And it's fun, and it's that can Soto withstand the speed of the Brewers, and can the bats of the A's come alive and torch Ducati? It's going to be a very, very interesting and tight series, and I think it is going to go all 5. And I think you're going to have 2 blowouts, 1 each way, but the rest of the games are going to be really, really, really tight with a fine margin of error.
Let me go to one more non-athletic Brewer, or not non-athletic or Brewer, an athletic Brewer. Keith, what's your take on this, man? You know, it's Soto versus Ducati, arguably the 2 best pitchers in the league. We do at least, I mean, we don't get to see him in the Robo Classic, but at least we get to see him. Who did you pick? And actually, as we're saying this, I got to start remembering to fucking say this shit at the beginning of the segment. In the series pick'ems, 28 people picked the Brewers. Only 13 picked the A's, and 0 people picked nobody cares on this one. So apparently everybody cares, Keith, on this one. Who did you roll with and why?
That is another interesting series because, again, it's kind of like two different styles of team. You have the A's that have considerably, or at least noticeably more power at the plate than the Brewers do, because the Brewers, if I remember, they have Bumpy Johnson and Hank Aaron, and that may be the only power hitting archetypes, or at least at least not like Ricky's and Ozzy's kind of archetypes. But of course, they have the defense to be able to compensate for it, which is interesting because with Soto, it seems like week to week for part of the season, you're not exactly sure which version of him you're going to get. And I think, I remember back to the beginning of the season where they, someone can correct me if I get this wrong, they swept someone in week 1. I can't remember who it was. And then they got swept in week 2. And then
they had a roller coaster back and forth.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it seems like it's been that way for this whole season. But having said that, what happened the last time these two teams played? The answer is the A's won the series, and that was just a few weeks ago. I think that the A's have the capability to win this series. Of course, the Brewers are in a little bit of a rut right now offensively. The question is going to be, can they break out of that? I'm not 100% sold that they can, actually. So I picked the A's to win in an upset.
Okay. In an upset, but Yogi, you just lost them a few weeks ago. I don't know what happened the first time you guys played, but how do you see this going down? You guys have home field at least because you have the higher seed. So if it does go to 5, you get 3 home games versus 2. That could help a little bit. How do you see this series going in your favor?
It's all about Greg. It's which Greg shows up and how long does he last and how accurate he is with his pitches. I think it all comes down to Greg. We're going to do what we do. They're going to do what they do. It comes down to Greg. He's the focal point of this whole entire week.
Soto, what do you think about that? I would argue that Ducati also could be a focal point of the week. But do the A's is it that simple that the A's they sink or swim with Greg Soto?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that. It's going to come down to the pitchers. For us, the way our lineup is going to be, and what I've been seeing is we need to take this game 1. We need to get this game 1 taken care of, go into Milwaukee and get it, and then let the chips fall where they may, because then after that, then it's 2 more games possibly in Milwaukee if it goes to game 5, or then in that case, then we take the upper hand and it's 1 more game in Milwaukee and 2 then in Las Vegas. So that's what I've been concentrating on. I'm not really concentrating on the series. My mindset right now is we got to win this game 1 and take this home field advantage away, and then take care of business with the next 3 games. But yeah, I think it's come down to the pitchers, man. I think it's going to come down to both of them. That's going to be it. I mean, look, we have good. Everybody's saying, look, they have the speed. They have They have speed and good hitters. We have good hitters too, but with a little bit more power. And it's just going to come down to Ducati and my pitcher. That's really what it's going to boil down to, that, which is awesome. I mean, I'm fine with a 1-0 win. That's how we won one of the games. When in the series that we last played with them. So I'm fine with that too. It doesn't have to be a crazy amount of runs or anything like that. I'm happy with a one run win. But we need to take care of game 1.
Well,
that's my focus.
Gotcha. Ray, real quick before I think I said 28-13 in favor of Milwaukee. Although one of those is I still have to make my vote, so it's either going to be 28-12 or 27-13. Keith just put in the chat another wrinkle. Soto and Ducati are the 2 pitchers with the most walks this season, so I wonder if that would come into play as well. What does the Diamond Massacre say about the A's Brewers matchup, Ray?
Man, oh man, this is the series of the wild card. Yes, I know there's only 2 games, but I could still call it that. Going off of my rant last week, maybe I am a curse. Maybe when I do say bad things about a team, they turn out to win. There's no better way to test it out than right now. So, folks, the Las Vegas A's have all the ingredients in the world to take the Milwaukee Brewers from being one of the most powerful teams in the MLB to absolute fucking trash. Ray can't hit for shit. Fucking Ray can steal all the bases she wants. Ain't no one bringing her home. Bumpy continues to live off an inside the park home run from season 1. Yogi Bar, happy birthday by the way, doesn't have the clutch in him anymore. The worm is looking more like fish bait. It's all choke city for Milwaukee in this series. Greg Soto will pitch beautifully. Anastasia, Mike, everyone else on the Athletics who are not rememberable will record hit after hit after hit against Ducati. The Athletics will take this series in 4 games. Do you think I did enough there, Yogi, to help us win?
I'm praying.
Is this the reverse Uno card shit?
Yes.
I was wondering where the
Draw
fuck
4.
this, I was wondering where the fuck this was going. I was like, there's no way he's throwing his fucking team under the bus like that. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You gotta try something.
Yeah.
We're in a slump. Try anything.
Yeah. I mean, dude, baseball's the most superstitious game on the planet, bro.
Yes,
all right. So A's and Brewers. That'll be game 2 tomorrow night after game 1 of the Suckway series. Which brings us to this one. Now, this is an interesting series. And I'm going to start with Keith on this one because this is the only one in here, I think, in our division. You guys basically went from worst to first during the season, Keith. The Orioles have gone from worst to second, and the Cubs have gone from first to third. We've all played topsy-turvy in this league. The Cubs are on their way down. The Orioles are on their way up. Is the season-ending momentum of the last 3 weeks an indicator on how this series will go, or is it a clean slate starting tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think Rob pointed this out in the chat a little while ago that the Cubs finished this season, I believe he said 2-11.
Yeah, 2-11.
Yeah. Ouch. That's rough. Both these teams have had interesting seasons, of course. With the Orioles, it's the lack of production at the plate compared to last season. And the Cubs, on the other hand, to begin the season, they were really consistent as far as being able to score runs. And they had Nate Hall pitching on top of that, who I think we can all say is in the top tier of the upper tier of pitchers in this league. I won't necessarily say top tier because that can be debated to until we're all blue in the face. But yeah, I think this is an interesting series just because this is the prove it series for these two teams that have had question marks on and off throughout the season. The Cubs have had more of them as of late. The Orioles had a bunch of question marks in the middle of the season when you guys couldn't score runs to save your freaking lives.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And so this is just a prove it series right here, more than anything. Of course, the Orioles, if I remember correctly, have the home field advantage.
We do.
And so I would lean picking the Orioles in this case. But I would not be surprised at all if this series goes to 5 games.
Well, Mob Nation thinks that the Orioles will win it 28-12 in the series pick'ems. Soto, let me go to you next. You pitched for the Cubs before. You've been here, both seasons. You've had to pitch against the Orioles, both as a pitcher of the Cubs and a pitcher of the A's. Same question to you. Does the season-ending momentum matter? Because let's remind everybody that's listening real quick. The Cubs won a series in season 3 or in week 3. Then 4, 5, 6, and 7, they lost all those series and never had a game where they scored over 2 runs. I don't want to see us revert back to that. So I like the fact that weeks 8, 9, and 10, Greg, the Orioles have looked like the Orioles of old. The Cubs 2-11 down the stretch. Is that the way the series is going to go? The Orioles with their momentum and the Cubs going the other way?
Yeah, man. 2 teams going completely opposite directions. And I just had a thought, too. If it's a close game, who do the Cubs in the lineup go to for a home run to walk it off?
It would have to be Leathers,
Like,
right?
right up-
It have to be
Yeah, I was
Leathers.
gonna say Leathers. Yeah.
But after Leathers, that's
It would
probably
be
the
Leathers.
question. Who is it after
And
Leathers?
and how about the
Probably
Orioles?
King.
The Orioles, though, well, I would say with the Orioles, they've been kind of an anomaly. Eagle and Dirtbag kind of stepping it up later, and even Benji showed up last game. I think Art is still figuring himself out, but that's a good question because we don't have the Benji and Art we had in the past, right? So do they show up in this series in that spot?
Right, but you guys are an upswing. They're in a downswing, and honestly, I think, and this is just part of the league talk, but Nate going to another team, does he even give a shit right now?
Oh, I would hope he would.
Is he too much involved right now getting his Guardians that his mind's not going to be on pitching right now with the Cubs? He knows he's on his way out. I mean, not only are they 2-11, he was right there to be strikeout king for the season. He lost that. Now they're in a downward spiral. Now he's getting a new team.
Yeah.
The whole timing thing is just fucked up for the Cubs. I mean, I picked the Orioles, and I think if it becomes close, I think that the guys that have been stepping up for the Orioles and also the guys that stepped up for the Orioles in the past can come through, and I don't think the Cubs have that kind of firepower.
So, Yogi, the Cubs and Orioles just played 2 weeks ago, right? And I think it was week 9.
Yeah.
And let me I'm pulling up my sheet here real quick. So, game 1, Baltimore wins 4-1. This is in Chicago, by the way. Game 2, Baltimore loses 5-6. So Chicago won game 2, 6-5, and then game 3 at the neutral field, Orioles won 4-2. So they outscored them 13-9, with in Chicago. 2 of those games being in Chicago. Is that a good enough indicator?
It is, but I think one of the key things that you have to dig a little deeper to get to is Lisa had a long run in the playoffs last year. She knows how to pitch in the postseason, and she actually helped carry her team to a championship. Nate has zero experience. Lisa has come on strong the last 3 weeks. Does she just know when to turn it on?
Yeah.
Well, we're about to find out. I got a funny feeling she does.
That's a great point, too, is that it's not just, like Soto mentioned, the hitters, that have been stepping up, but you're right. Lisa's pitching, and we all know. I mean, let's not sugarcoat this. Yeah, the A's may, sink or swim with Soto, but every single team in this league sinks or swims with their starting pitcher if they can go long enough, right? If they're out early and the bullpen's coming early, you're fucked.
Yeah, you got one starting pitcher, so you're definitely going to swim or sink with them.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Wink, you got the last word on this one. Cubs Orioles. You've heard everything that we've said here. What say you?
I say I never vote for mediocrity, and that is what Eagle is as an owner.
Oh,
the
here we
bare
go.
fucking minimum, and I just can't bring myself to fucking do it. And not only that, I when it comes to clutch time, when it comes to down in the nitty gritty, I'm not voting against David Weathers unless he's playing against the Mets. Then he can go fuck off. I think the Cubs are gonna find a way to do it, and we're going to see the Orioles revert back to how they were beginning of the season.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong. By the way, outside of the Cubs, listen to this. Outside of the Cubs, oh no, there's a lot of people other than the Cubs. Never mind. I was going to say not very many people pick them, but you, Chris Lee, Delaney, Crazy Canuck, Doug Day, Bob Funk, Ducati, Frank Franchise all picked them as well. 28-12 go the Orioles, which makes sense, right, with the way both teams are playing right now. But you think that both teams are going to revert back to who they were before Week 8?
I do. I think that the Cubs are going to come charging. And I don't think the Orioles are going to make the proper adjustments needed to withstand it in a longer series.
I think you're just hoping that because it'll damage Eagle. That's what I think.
I sure as shit am.
By the way, Rob Forker in the chat says not just Leathers, Corn King, but who else after? Let's say Leathers and King. Rob, is there anybody else really that could step up for you guys at the plate? Doesn't seem like it lately.
I mean, Rob can.
But Rob hasn't been though, right? That's kind of
He's
the
not
point.
gonna hit. He's not gonna hit your dingers, but he's gonna. If you have somebody on base, Rob finds a way to hit him home.
Well,
he's not gonna be your flashy fucking. I'm gonna put it over the park, but he's gonna put it in play deep in that corner, and bring somebody in.
As much as I would hate to say this, Michaela could also be that person too.
Yeah, I hate that. I also hate that you said that.
Rob just needs to stop fucking with what works. Like he tinkers too much, I think, with his lineups when he has one bad game. He needs to let the averages shake out. He needs to go back to what was working and just fucking smash.
Oh, so you're gonna help him win now? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hey, Michaela, has that all been happening since you changed your stance in the middle of the season? Just curious if that's.
That's just in. Winkler wants Rob Foraker to continue smashing.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
He's not called the Sausage King.
one more
Big Daddy
quick
Rob
point about this
Foraker.
series
Yeah, go ahead, Yogi.
Is both of these teams got knocked out in the first round last year, so one will break through that barrier and one will remain for postseason.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, thanks for taking away my first point in my rant. Yogi.
Sorry.
Yeah, and thanks for reminding me of. Thanks for reminding me of the fucking playoffs last year. Well, that brings us to not just the last segment of this show, or the last Diamond Massacre of this show, but the last segment of the show. This is it. After this, we're wrapping up, folks. And believe it or not, even if the over-under was 2 hours, we still would have gone over. So everybody got your money. You deserved it. It's fine. Ray, this is, to me, I think, has the potential to be the closest series. Of course, when I say that, it'll probably go the other way. But I, of course, picked the Orioles along with 27 other people versus 12 for the Cubs. Cubs are your former team. What do you think their chances are here in the Diamond Massacre against the Orioles in the wild card?
As Yogi most wanted to pull out, it's back-to-back weeks now that somebody has ruined a fucking thing about my Diamond Massacre.
I remember that last week.
I could say it.
Yeah, sorry.
Fucking Greg Soto with the Yankees lose soundboard. Fucking Yogi now with the fucking playoffs last season. You're like, thanks, guys. My segment's just a fucking joke to you now.
Good night, everybody.
Good night now.
Both of these teams last season went into the playoffs in season one. Are you being clams now? Are you going to interrupt me with this shit?
Hey, she's here. Speak of the devil.
Both of these teams last season.
Did you know you're on mute? I can't hear him. Can everybody hear him?
Yeah, we can hear him.
Good night now.
Fucking.
Both of these teams last season went. Are you fucking kidding me?
It seems your son's baseball broke one of my windows the other day.
Oh, God. Okay, Ray, you have the floor now.
Both of these teams last season went into playoffs in season one kind of hot, but ultimately got wiped off the face of the earth by far less superiors to their team. Now they find their way back into the postseason eligibility, only for one of them to reverse their fates from before. Chicago fought throughout the entire season to find their way here. Terrible start to amazing middle to terrible end. It's like having sex with a virgin, pretty much. Oh, come on, Ray. Did you really have to make that comparison? Yes, because that's what it felt like being a Cubs fan. This is my rant. I can say whatever the hell I want, you virgin. 0-7 since they beat the Orioles on week 8, night 2, and here I was giving hate toward the Orioles for their 0-6. Baltimore has found their rhythm once again. Yes, Dave, I'm going to give you some credit finally. Man is getting hit after hit every at-bat. Benji is looking like his old self again. Clamsy still has the great ass I love to smack over and over again. Lisa is looking like her season 1 self as well. It's hard to not choose the O's in this series. So, I won't! Show me the O faces! The Orioles will find themselves a playoff series W here this season, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a clean sweep over the Cubs. Fuck you, Nate Hall! Go sit on the couch!
I'm just going to keep this shit going. That was the best one I ever heard in my whole life. Go O's. Yeah, I'm down with that, man. I think Here's my thing. The only way the O's don't win is if what Wink says happen. I think that you got two teams going opposite directions. They just played 2 weeks ago. The Orioles beat them, and I just think that's the way it's going to turn out. Again, of course, the Orioles were always a little timid over here when it comes to the playoffs after what happened last season, so who the fuck knows for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the 12th episode here in Season 2 of Mondays in the Mob. That is a wrap. So we've got games starting tomorrow evening, if I can find the fucking schedule. This show had the most fucking graphics and shit of any show I've done in the Mob so far. And I can't find fucking anything. There's the standings. Oh, there it is right there. Is it this one? There you go. Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, the other thing you need to know is we went way over on time, so there's no excuses for earnings not to be done. As soon as I get off this broadcast, I will take a quick break, and then I will start inputting all of the earnings in. Also, this is very important. I hope for those of you, it looks like we lost about maybe 12 people here in the last hour, but we're almost to 40, I think. I knew somebody was going to say something about that. Make sure your sub is good to go, because when I check it tonight, I will put a message out late tonight or in the morning. If you are not subbed by your game time, you will not play this week. This is the playoffs now. This is not something new. You've been doing it for fucking however many weeks, 10, 12 weeks. Some of you have been doing it for multiple seasons. This is an easy thing to remember. Post your earnings and keep your sub up. Those are the two main things here. So I will be checking that list here tonight. So if your sub is not on, you better get it on before tomorrow night. All right. I'm going to go around the horn one more time, and then we're going to get the fuck off of here. Greg Soto, I'm going to start with you. Your impressions and your thoughts here in the Season 2 playoffs. Yankees, Giants, A's, Brewers, Cubs, O's, and just, I guess, the regular season as a whole.
Man, I'm just excited, man. It's excited to make it to the playoffs. And to me, it's, the season was the season. It's just to get here. This is all, everybody's 0-0 right now. So it is what it is. So I'm very happy with Season 2. Looking forward to the playoffs and looking forward to the off season and next season as well with these 3 new teams. And let's go, man. Love the MLB. It's the only league that I do now. That's it. I don't do anything else.
Same here, actually. Believe it or not. Actually, that's not true. I'm still in that college league for a couple more games because I've got a player there still. But I'm loving this league. And let me share this real quick too. It's been a rough 6 weeks or so for our family over here, but this has been a great. I don't want to call it a distraction because that's not what this is. I put way more hours in this. For that, yeah. That has helped. Has really helped. Just I guess keep me focused with all the other shit that I've had to do. So I appreciate everybody that's here. I appreciate all the people who put the work in, all the owners, the stats team people, the broadcasters, just everybody, the people that are clipping. I mean, fuck. Crazy Canuck clips his ass off.
He does.
Just the mods, everybody. We just appreciate everybody here. I appreciate all of you. Ray, Yankees, Giants, A's, Brewers, Cubs, O's. We got the Suckway Series and 2 wild cards. We've wrapped up Season 12 here. Your thoughts as we wrap up the final regular season show here in Season 2.
All you guys fucking suck. What the hell? How the hell did you let the fucking Brewers who only scored more than what 5 runs in like 2 games? I think there was only 2 games we scored more than 5, and we somehow almost came out on top. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
I just don't understand how you guys collapsed. I mean, you guys had a 6 fucking game lead or something like that a couple weeks ago. That's the part that blows my mind, but
y'all kept fucking talking about it. That's why.
They make a pill for going limp too early.
Heyo, but
you would know all about that pill, wouldn't you?
Heyo, but
because we came out on top.
Heyo, but
boom.
Keith, Your final words here as we wrap up this. What is this 12th episode of Mondays in the Mob for season 2?
Yeah, man. We made it to the playoffs. We made it, everyone. It's been a long journey, but we're here, and I'm excited to see how these games turn out. It's going to be a fun couple weeks here. And, of course, as always, fuck the Cubs.
Brenton, how did I forget goals? I'm so dumb. I literally was just looking at that a few minutes ago. I'm dumb, yeah. Of course I'm still in goals. Although I think this is the last season for my player. I think he has to retire after this season. Yogi, what a fucking what a season it's been, first of all. Second of all, what a show for your birthday. This was a really fun show to do on your birthday.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was.
We
Great
all,
way to end it.
Yeah, we all hope you had a happy birthday.
Did.
Not all of us live to be so close to 100. And
that's right.
Your final thoughts here is, I feel like the mob's getting better and better as we go along. I know that we hit some lulls in the middle of the season, but that's every sim league, right? And Soto and I were talking about this on the phone the other day. Everybody's excited to begin the season. Everybody's excited at the end of the season. And there's always those lulls, regardless of what it is. It's goals, it's SFL, it's mob, it's ACL. It doesn't matter. The middle's always kind of where everybody kind of disappears for a little bit.
The dog days of summer.
The dog days of summer, which is way more suiting for baseball, obviously, for this league. But
it is.
Just wrap all that up in a bow, everything I just fucking said.
Yeah, I mean, whether you're playing 30 games or 162, you're going to have lulls in the season. You're going to have slumps. Things are going to change. We're getting a better slice than we got with last season's amount of games we played.
Yeah.
So we get a little better slice of it, but it's still going to have ebbs and flows, ups and downs, sweeps, and getting swept. It's all going to be there. But what I'd like to do for the final hour of my birthday is I'd like to formally make a movement to just assign you Ambassador of the Year for having the best show in the. I want it out there. I'm definitely nominating you, and I could go with all the way, just handing it to you.
Am I gonna win Ambassador of the Year in the mall?
Well, if season 4 we let Ashley in, you may be in trouble, but other than that, we're okay. And I know we'll never let Ashley in. No.
Oh my god, dude!
There will be no time.
Immediate instinct I had when I heard season 4, and I just wanted to scream out, "Is for whores!"
It's for whores. Yeah, the AC, dude. Yes. I think the same thing, Ray. That's fucking hilarious.
That's why the ACL died.
Dude,
didn't have it.
We didn't want to give it to the horse.
They didn't want to. We didn't have the heart to give it to the horse. What S word, Doug Day? By the way, Wink, you get the last word here. Season 2. The fucking regular season's over, and now the real season begins. Your take here on Mob Season 2 as we enter the playoffs.
I think it's been too short, to be honest. I would have loved.
Bro, we had like 6 months off in the middle of the season.
Oh, I know, but I just want more baseball. And I almost second Yogi with the Ambassador of the Year, but I hear it's going to Lindland. So fuck off, Dave.
Actually, that's not true. I heard that Ling Ling complained to someone, and now we have a tie.
It's every single one of the personalities that come out of Greg Soto's mic voted for Lindland.
Oh yeah, we have a 6. Oh
jeez,
fuck those people.
Rigged, hanging Chads.
No, Chad hung himself. That's why he's not a
exactly
voter anymore. Anyways, I'm grateful for this league. This league's been way better than I thought it was going to be. And I'm excited to be Dave's second in this league. I'm excited for the future of this league. I'm excited to push owners to spend more money so that we can get all the fun stuff next year.
You just had to sneak that shit in, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did. But no, it's gonna be a fantastic. At least half of the postseason. Half of the postseason is gonna be fantastic. I can tell you that we're gonna have competitive games out of the newbie division, at least. And that's gonna be fun. You guys might want to skip the other games, but yeah, it's gonna be great.
I think the Mets are gonna forfeit round 2 of the playoffs is what I think.
Hey, did you see my status in this chat right now?
Status in this chat? Where do I see that? Oh, I see the mob next to
Dave
it.
just sent me a DM. Do you
If
want to
if
be
hover-
second in charge? Check yes or check no. Yes.
It comes with your own personal broom.
Oh,
boy.
damn. All right. Before things get ugly in here again, and after now that we're coming up on 2 hours and 15 minutes, let's put a bow on this fucking show and say thank you to Doug Day and Gunny and Members Only Baseball and Doug Britton and Annie and Wink and Clams. And who else is out here hiding?
Excuse me, Dave. This is Agatha.
Oh, God
Just
damn
wanted-
it.
Dave, I wanted to say thank you for letting me in the booth and letting me see my young, sweet little boy, Calvin Klein. He's such a sweet darling, and I just wanted to tell him that. And I think that when he plays again in baseball, he's going to be a really good hitter. And I know he blames me for his little slump, but Calvin had little slumps. Well, I don't want to talk about that. But then again, thank you so much, the Godfather, for letting me in here and let me to see my little sweet young little boy, Calvin Klein. Good luck, darling. You'll do good in the playoffs. Okay. Bye now, everybody. Toodaloo.
Oh, bye,
Bless your
Agatha.
heart.
Bye, Agatha.
Bye.
Soto, I will not be an enabler for you dodging getting treatment for your multiple personality disorder, bro. Come on now.
Oh, fuck. Also saying thanks for being here to Thump and Ray Ray and Painted My Ass and Diggs. Chris Lee, Churchill, Michael, Kappa Jones, Rob Forker, Gunny, Freddie, Doug Day, Doug Britton, David Leathers, Art Vandalay, Michaela, Clams Wink, myself, Crazy, and Anastasia. Appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for hanging out for the very long show. What?
Time
What now?
Do we have the list of broadcasters for the week? Is that filled out?
Yeah.
On your sheet, it's blank, so I didn't know.
Yeah,
who
no,
was
it
calling
is because I copied that graphic before I posted it in the thing. We have it's almost all the way full.
So, which leads me to my second thing that I wanted to say. Dave thanked the Clippers, mainly Crazy because he clips his ass off.
Yeah.
But super, super, super big shout out to everybody who has been in the booth this year. You guys helped make this league what it is, and from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah, so right now, sign up for this week, starting tomorrow night. We got Ray, Nate, Chris, myself, Soto and his many guests, Frank, Leathers, Corey Menor, Crazy Canuck, and Yogi, all different broadcasters for that many games so far. In the analyst column, we've got Ray, Clams, Keith, Mike, All, Gunny, Yogi, and Clams, and then Annie and Clams have signed up for the modding clipping so far. So
wow.
It takes a lot of people to do what we do here. So I second that, Wink. I appreciate everybody, broadcasters. I probably forgot the broadcasters when I said earlier, but yeah, of course, broadcasters, stat people, everybody. So it takes a village, folks, and this village is the fucking mob. So thanks for being here. Appreciate all the people in the chat, all the panelists, Yogi, Wink, Special K, Ray, and Greg Soto, all the new owners. Congrats to Nate Hall, to Corey Menor, and to Albert Begin and James Troll. It is going to be a fun season 3, but before we get there, we got to wrap up season 2 starting tomorrow night right here at 6:30 on this Twitch channel. Get your subs in. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night now.